Hey, hey, hey! Hello! Happy Saturday, guys! Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday episode of our daily stock market insights. I'm calling this a weekend stock market recap. Of course, we're going to talk about how our favorite stocks performed last week, and let's see what's next for them, right? We want to see if these stocks are going to go according to our plans, and is it going to head towards the direction we want them to be. So that is what we're going to cover today. Okay, let's just wait for everyone else to join. In the meantime, I'll quickly go through some of the comments, and then I'll prioritize your requests. Hello. Thank you. We already have two. Hello there. Why don't you say hi? And so I can recognize you. So I promised the other day, because I was able to do live, I said this weekend I am going to go live. And yeah, it's Saturday chit chat. But let me go ahead and set up our charts here. Okay. Good evening, Charles. Yay. Escalator Vilio. Good evening. If you have a request, go ahead and drop a comment so I can prioritize your requested stocks. I will review them for you. Okay. And I bet some of our friends, maybe we can give them a few minutes to join. But if you have a request, we can go ahead and get started. Good evening. Is it here in Cavite? It's a rainy evening, Saturday evening, and a cool Saturday. Of course, it's a chill, relaxed Saturday because we cannot go out anyway. So I'm setting up our tools because this is the main player of the night. Let's check out PSEI. GTCAP for Hi Julius. Skelter wants Dito. GTCAP from Emus, ma'am. Oh, you're from Emus too? I'm from Emus as well. Okay, Skelter wanted to check out Dito. Okay. And let's do that now. Well, first of all, let's talk about the index. Wow, do you see that? The volume is starting to build up for the past 3 days. Good one. And we finally crossed the MA20 line. So looking positive, right? You see that? For now, I see that the index will potentially create a support at the, a little higher than the MA20 level. This is where I'm looking at right now, around 6,000 level. And your RSI is also looking healthy. That means there's volume, momentum is picking up. Okay. And at the same time, we also have to take a look at how our individual stocks are performing. With Dito, for instance, let's see. Wow. Buying, net foreign buying. But on a short term, okay, so it could be we could have a make or break day, right, on Monday. But in the meantime, talking about short term, on the short term, we are sitting at a possible resistance at the 310, 312 level, and we have a doji. So just in case it retraces, I'm looking at somewhere around the very near your MA20. Hopefully it doesn't reach that anymore. Maybe around 2.96 could be a possible bounce area. Overall, we already I'm starting to see a lot of bullish movements, not just for this stock, but for most of the stocks in the market. And looking at the potential. Of course, you have some more movements or some more potential for the stock to move higher. We're starting to show an uptrend, right? If we're going to look at it, this is the bottom of the stock, and then when it retraced much higher this time. And what we need to see here is to break out of the 310 level, because currently short term wise it's already a possible resistance. Okay, now Charles wants to look at GTCAP and home. Julius also wants Emperador. Hi, Miss JD, na-miss ka namin. Pasilip naman po ng VLL and RCL. Yes. Pati na rin po SEC. Sige, tingnan natin yan. For now, GTCAP muna tayo. You know what? I'll list this down because later on, I'm gonna put this in the description. Hold on. Just 1 second. Okay. Next is GTCAP. Sinusulat ko siya para I will remember it. Next, GTCAP. Let's take a look. Wow. What is happening here? It's trying to revisit your support. Let's see. Okay. It's just retesting your support at the moment. But looking at this, I see a support area at exactly where it is at right now. See this? This used to be a support level. It stayed there for around 5 days, right? There's also one over here. And this is also a stabilization right here. So it's a clear validation that the area where it stopped could be a potential support. So let's use 400 level to be our support area. Okay. But just a word of caution. So let us say tomorrow it starts on Monday. It starts around the 400 level, and then most of the action happens below that. Then that's a clear cut manifestation that the downtrend is not over. Okay. So maybe you can wait for the last minute of last hour of the trading day to really see the full picture and determine whether 400 is indeed a bounce area or the downtrend is not over yet. Because you see majority of or 80% of the true movement come the last hour of the day. Next is let's take a look at home. For home, home. Oh. Let me know if my audio is okay, guys. All right. Home is trying to build a support at the level where it is at right now. If you can see, that level used to be a resistance, and now it's trying to establish a support there. Let me just scroll. See that this is the area where you used to have your resistance, and now this is the support. And we even had a bounce, right? Do you see the bounce last day? It was a bounce. So I think this is already a good time to start checking out if the bounce is going to sustain. But looking at the foreign buying, you had a not that much, but at least there's interest from foreign foreign investors, right? So if you want, you can try doing test buys. Wow. Imagine the impact of the pandemic. Revenue also got affected here. Next one. Let us take a look at Emperador. Was it Emperador next from Julius? So that's for you, Charles Yi. Julius. Julius Emperador. Emperador. Wow. Nice. Plus there's dividend. August 13. Oh, we're done with that. X date is done. Um, a lot of the investors are showing interest in this stock because finally, this is now going to be part of our index. So that's a good sign for the company because not everyone can be qualified to be part of the index. So first of all, of course, the financial health, the growth of the business has to be within the guidelines, and they were able to demonstrate that, and that's why this stock is now part of the index. And solid lift in the price. Do you see that? Up to the last minute of the day, there wasn't any wick. So if you're a long-term investor, well, that's a good stock to also consider. But if you're a short-term trader or a position trader, just be extra careful because this is already at an expensive level. But if you're a long-term investor, look at the previous level that you had here. It even reached around, but that was back in 2014. I wonder how long it takes for the price to go back to that level. Probably my best take here is try to let the expert traders trade this, because the ideal setup here, if you're a short-term trader, try to trade this at a faster time frame, because really this is already at a very expensive level. Look at that, you're already at the overbought. So we don't really know, we could even have a gap up on Monday, and then it will only last for 15 to 30 minutes, and then people will take profit. So we don't know. All right. Overall, what I'm looking at here is, just conservatively speaking, the support is around the previous resistance. Okay. So it might go back at one point, it might go back to 9.38. So we don't really know. It's a matter of time before we can say that is going to be reached once again. Yes, it's bullish, and we don't really know. Some people would trade that, but we don't really know how far it could take, and before people will start taking profit. Okay, look at this. Compared to the volume on this day against this one, there was still a significant volume, but way lower than the previous one. So profit taking could happen anytime. The next is Jeremy Montero said, "Hi, Miss JD, na-miss ka namin, pasilip mo po ng VLL." Okay, let me list it down. VLL. I'm now adding the timestamp so that it's faster later on for some of our folks here, some of our friends who may not be able to join us today. At least they get to watch this after the live, and I'll add the timestamp. So I'm manually writing it down as we speak, okay? So VLL is next. VLL starting to attempting to cross the MA20 line, as you can see there. So if we continue to move just above the MA20 level, then that is a good sign. It might establish a support at that level. Okay. Let's use our MA20 as our new support, guys, because it has been moving within that level for several days. Yeah. And such a rare opportunity for it to revisit your bottom over here. So you had a declining price at this area, right? Sorry. So it was at a declining level, and then your RSI was moving at a much higher uh, direction. Price was moving down, and RSI is moving up. So what do you have there? It's a bullish divergence. And true enough, right after that, you had the price move higher. There was a bounce. So that is your cue. However, sometimes you'd see later on a stock, for instance, like JFC, SECB, you will see this setup. Price has been continuously moving down, but your RSI is still showing bullish divergence. So sometimes it could stay at a prolonged period of time at that setup. So you just have to really balance everything in your technicals, pair it with the volume, like this one, volume, this one too, and yeah, and don't enter at one area. I've seen this so many times. You enter in tranches so that you could test it first if the bounce really will happen at that area. And true enough, for this stock, the bottom that we had here was confirmed, and it bounced at that level. So for now, I'm thinking because we crossed the MA20 line, at the same time we're still at the very bottom. I feel that it will just stabilize at the MA20 level and then start to push the price higher, creating a brand new high. Okay, so that's for VLL. The next one is RC, RCL, RCI. No, RCI. Is it RCI? Probably. RCI. For RCI, we managed to cross the MA20 line. Wow. This stock, be extra careful, guys, because not that it's not that popular. Okay, considered a secondary stock, but a very good catch here. Normally, when you see this significant move, and it's the first day, I just feel like there is still a lot of potential for this stock to move higher some more. So if you'd like to still enter in this stock, still at a good level, okay, not that expensive yet. We're just approaching the 50 mark here in our RSI. But take note, this stock, not much for long term, please. Just trade it for trading purposes. If you're happy with your gain, lock in some profit, okay? So if you want to still enter, it's still okay. Anywhere from 1.21 to 1.26, I feel it's still fine. We're still very near the support area. Just don't know though if on Monday it will do a gap up. But considering a significant increase in the volume, that means some people who may have known something have already entered, and then some more movements to the upside could happen here. Okay, that's RCI. Next, SEC from Jeremy. Okay, guys, I'm reading all your comments one by one, all right? So maybe your comment is still way, way below. I'll reach your level, okay? SEC. Okay, SEC. SEC. Uy, no, no, no. Double bottom. Could be a double bottom, guys. Oh no, so this stock is going to be kicked out of the index. So, but I feel that with this forming a double bottom, we already have reached a possible area of bounce. And consider this. Look at this. This level, when it reached this bottom, it is way, way below here. But this bottom over here is now a little higher than the previous bottom. So that is an example of a bullish divergence as well. Okay, two things: price could go down and RSI will go up. That's bullish divergence. Or price stops at the same level, which is a double bottom, and your RSI is already gaining momentum, moving the price RSI higher. That's also bullish divergence. And so, what I can suggest here is observe again, because a support could also be broken. But what you can do on Monday, just let the market move, see where the majority of the movement is. Is it going up or going higher than 8.80, or is it more lower than that? Then only then you can say, okay, is it the perfect time to enter or wait somewhere? Overall, this is you can start putting this in your watch list. However, also try to understand what is happening on the back end in terms of the condition of the business. Where are we at? Financials, where are we at? You can check that out in the news section or PSE Edge. It will give you a clear understanding. But overall, this is no longer part of SEC. I mean, of the index. Starting, I believe, starting Monday. But if you are to ask me, the reaction of the market when they knew about this happened outright on this day when there was a gap down that happened. That was the market reaction. But since we're already at the very very bottom of the spectrum, there's really not much to pull down the price for. It has already reached the bottom. So I just feel like Monday, even if that's, I think, the start of the stock being outside the index, I think it's just a minimal impact there. The next one is huh so that's SEC car box. Wow, 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 wow. Yes, live si Miss Jaydee. Yes. Oo naman. Because I promised you guys last, was that Wednesday or Thursday when I did my live? Yun, I said sa Saturday ako magla-live ulit. Okay, guys. Oh, by the way, if we have new joiners here, if you have not subscribed yet, very friendly tayo dito. So I welcome new friends. So if you want to subscribe, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell, and also like na rin pag bet nyo. Okay? ACR daw, sabi ni Daniel Ramirez. ACR? Parang hindi ako masyado familiar ng ACR. Wow, significant volume. Ano kaya to? Anong meron? Anong business nito? Grabe oh. 473% increase. What is the business of ACR? Let's check that out. Alsons. Ba't may increase? Alsons income surges sa news, 375% with the Mindanao plants in full operation. Very promising. So we just don't know if this is just a an instant reaction to the news, but this is a not so popular stock. However, if you feel like staying in it for long term because you see the potential of the company, then go ahead. Just enter very near your MA20 line, and I think that's still, it's not that far yet. Okay, if you want, you can, if the market gives you a chance around 1.19 level or 1 point around that. Okay, change natin itong yellow. Siguro mga around 1.19, 1.20, that would be a much better price, because some of these folks have already been profitable and maybe they will also be taking profit. And since we're higher than MA20, normally that's where the price stabilizes, and it creates a support at that level. So try to observe if you'd like to be more conservative. And otherwise, just trade this at a much faster time frame. Okay. but I feel it moving some more higher. Super Rookie, IDC ma'am. Okay, lista natin yan. IDC. IDC. Okay, stabilizing, still doing sideways, very clear cut as you can see here, but stabilizing at the bottom. We have been moving here. You know, sometimes, if you may have observed this, normally a stock would go down, stabilize, good move sideways before it goes up again. So I feel that that is what this stock is doing at the moment, gaining some more momentum. Ito what's interesting, di ba? While the price is moving downwards, no volume. But here, the volume is starting to pick up here. So if you really are not in a hurry, um, it will stabilize here first, but I know the next possible movement is for this to bounce. And I'd say use the MA20 line as your key area to monitor as a possible bounce level around 1.83. That's the support that I'm looking at. Okay? Very, very near. Next, Julius. Thanks po, ma'am. You're welcome. Hi, Miss Jaydee, SCC. Hi, Martin. I hope you were able to hear my insight. Kasi gawa na kayo ng Facebook fan page. I have a Facebook page, ha? Invest in the stock market. Yan ang page ko. And normally, whatever videos I share here, I'll also share it there. I'll try to see if I can change the name para consistent. Miss Jaydee na lang lahat. RCI from Jeremy. Sige, tingnan natin. Si RC. Yun na yung tiningnan natin, di ba? Ayun. Natingnan na natin siya. Next from Carlos, Meg and BDO. Okay, Meg. Meg. I wonder kung mag-rebound na yung mga ating real estate property sector. Okay, so for now, I'd like to plot our support. Still doing sideways here, but a little higher than before. Trying to establish a support in this area. This stock has also dropped significantly, but I feel like we're a little higher than the previous low. And this is just trying to create a brand new support at the 2.91 level. Kita nyo? 2.91. So that's the key level to monitor. Baka mag-bounce na tayo dyan. And I just don't know though kung kayo ay trader, swing trader, or investor. Kaya I'm just focusing on the area which is best to enter at. Some people would, I'd like to echo what I just said previously. Try to do test buys at the support level. Tapos when you see a confirmation that it's already finally moving higher, then you add some more. Because sometimes, support does not hold and it also gets broken. And at least you don't have a lot of yung percent of your portfolio is not highly invested at that level. Pero at least, naka-enter ka na. The next one is BDO. BDO, we finally crossed the MA20 line, pero still baby steps. After 2 days of bounce, people took profit right away. So since we are already at the MA20 higher than the MA20 line, so as always, we would now plot the new support at that area. Pero what's good here is that really it gave us again another opportunity to get in at a very, very low level. For now, I just see this stock soaring higher and higher. Your RSI is already gaining momentum very near the 50 level, so that's a good sign. Not just for BDO, but some other stocks building momentum now. Steady lang siya. Look at that, the volume. Steady, steady, steady. But overall, if you just zoom out, well, ito hindi naman talaga nawawala ng volume ever. So look at that. Still one of the more stable companies in the Philippine market. Kaya I'm not really scared to recommend. Pero my recommendation for BDO, look at it for long-term investing. Ang laki ng potential because ang laki ng drop. Kita mo? Laki ng drop niya, oh. There. So, all right, that's for you, Carlos. John Brian De Los Reyes. Okay, lista ko si AGI and JGS. Sino muna AGI? AGI also stabilizing, but we're now higher than the MA20 line. Ang ganda ng setup. Provided it does not break the MA20 level because we're currently at the support level. Support area siya, guys. Do you see that? You know, used to be a support. We managed to break out of that. I said that became a resistance at one point here, oh? And then we broke that, and then we stabilized, revisited the previous resistance, and now we tried to establish a brand new support there. It is now a support level because see that each time it goes there, there's a slight bounce that's happening. So I think the next key move here is for it to move some more to the upside. The moment it starts triggering the upper Bollinger Band, expect nyo na yan. Tataas yan. Kita nyo to? It started triggering the upper band, and next move, umakyat siya. So that's AGI. So if you are to look at it, may resistance ka sa 6.83, tapos aakyat siya, may sunod ka na resistance around 7.70. But for now, start accumulating. Okay? Guys, wag masyadong trigger happy because sometimes you gain, and I'm talking based on experience. I see my stock moving a few percentage higher, I take profit, not realizing na malaki pa pala ang potential niya. Pwede pa palang ikataas niya ng mas malaki. So look at this. It dropped significantly, and the price now is like more than half the price before. So much potential. And you're still at the accumulation stage, very, very near the support. So it also pays right at this point. If you're wearing several hats, try to increase the percentage of the investor's hat in the equation. Mas malaki yung upside for these stocks to move higher and for you to be profitable at a significant amount pag if you stay a little longer. Kasi ang laki ng possible na upside niya. Hold on. Ayan, from Joel Villorente. Ay, sorry, may JGS pa pala. 33.44. I'm putting the timestamp so I'm a little late pag mag-transition. This was a request from you guys previously to put a timestamp. By the way, guys, I highly encourage you to watch this same video right after the market closes on Monday. Pero may mga timestamps na siya so that it's faster for you to reach the stock you like. And let's see if our insights are moving according to our analysis. Here, it's trying to revisit this, pero look at that. The movement is already very high. So it will first challenge this level. Although this is, you cannot deny the fact that this is a support level. But the moment it breaks that, hindi ako magugulat that it will move some more. Kasi ang laki, ang significant ng akit niya din. And it might drop and go back first dito, previous resistance. and it might create a support at that level. This used to be your resistance there. So I'm just provisioning a possible um overshoot going down. So if it does, 57.20 would be the next one. Otherwise, seeing that this is a support, there's also a likelihood that it will bounce sa 61 or 60.53 level. Overall, pwede pa, meron pa ring ibubuga pataas. Okay? That's for JGSO. Tingnan. My foreign buying last Friday. Swings to loss as lockdowns hit operations. So, ingat-ingat lang ha, baka mag-overshoot going down. The next one is Mary Mart. Mary Mart. For Mary Mart, let us see. Where are you? I think Mary Mart is reaching a resistance nearby. This used to be a resistance over here. So pwedeng short-term resistance lang, slight dip and then recover again right away. But I see it dropping as it goes near 3.12 level. Pero guys, don't get me wrong. In some occasions, a stock could break a resistance, especially if there's really strong buying sentiment. And just in any case, it you see a red candlestick forming at this level and you are already profitable, try to consider locking in some profit so that when it dips, bili ka na lang ulit para mas madami pa rin yung stock mo at a much lower price, and then probably mas lower pa ang iyong cost average. In the meantime, just plotting it there for your reference. At least you know where the support and where the resistance is. When I was starting, this is my main challenge, support and resistance. Parang hirap na hirap ako to plot where the support and resistance is. Although there's a, alam ko dati there's a support resistance, pero it doesn't get followed all the time. So 2.71 is my support, 3.12 is our short-term resistance for Mary Mart. The next is ACR from Daniel Ramirez. ACR volume was cross-trade para mapansin. Pero the company has solid earnings. Power energy firm sa Mindanao. COVID-proof. Okay. Parang MRC lang. MRC, nag-rally din eh. Tingnan natin. Ah. So ito pala, kasi parang hindi ako familiar sa kanya. Ito yung ni-review natin kanina. So, renewable energy din pala yung ano nila. Nice. Aaron said home po. Aaron, I already reviewed home, but just in case you didn't hear that, I'll be putting in the timestamp so that you can go back to it later. But feel free to drop another stock so I can review it for you. Super Brookie, ATN. See, ATN, still sideways siya, pero slightly paangat siya ng paangat ng konti. As you can see at a glance, sometimes if you want to see the trend, you use a line. Kita mo, paakyat na siya, oh. Yan. That's how I do it sometimes. And it's trying to create a support. Pero I don't expect for this unless may mga jockey players or may mga big players who want to make this move. Very easy siya to move because ang market cap niya ang liit lang. So 0.57 is the support I'm looking at right now. It used to be a resistance right here. Kita mo? Yan. And then stabilization right at this area. So I feel like it will just stabilize before it pushes the price again because we're very near the bottom. This is the ultimate low, 0.42. And we're starting to just stabilize and push the price higher. Wala kasing volume eh. Yun lang. Okay. Hold on. Next one. Nathaniel, I hope you were able to hear the dito, but kasi that was the first stock I reviewed, I will repeat it here. Dito, yan, we're very near a resistance, so pwede siyang mag-break. Kung mag-start siya higher than 310 or 312 level, good. That means may brand new wave tayo. If not, kung mag-red siya dyan, that means profit taking yan sa mga taong nakapag-enter probably here. And if it bounces, it might revisit. I mean, if it drops, it might revisit your MA20 line. Siguro mga around 2.86, 2.87, around that area. All right. So just observe this stock. And the next one is ACEN. List that down. ACEN. Okay. It's trying to accumulate there at the resistance area. That means looking at it at a glance, there's a bit of a challenge breaking that level as of the moment. So parang there's difficulty happening. Pababa rin yung ano niya, yung volume niya. So more and more people are looking at it as a bit of expensive in the short term. Yeah. Pero yung high niya, very near. So, medyo observe, because if that continues to drop, baka babalik siya sa MA20 line. I'm plotting it here. MA20 level. No, not the MA20 kaagad, kasi I see this. My resistance, previous support, and then some stabilization here. So, it might stabilize here first. Bababa siya ng mga 2.57 and then probably recover. That could also be possible before it totally drops at the 2.44. Pero I'll just have a strong feeling na hindi na siya abot dyan. But I'm just plotting it there just in case. Okay, so it's up to you. You want to wait up to 2.57 or really be strict and want to catch it at 2.44. Right. The next one, gusto ko ang fractals ni BDO kag ni MBT BPI. BDO, we've already reviewed it. Good accumulation stage na siya. MBT and BPI, let's check that out. For MBT, 43. MBT, yeah, no, we're already higher than the MA20 line, so good. Parang all the banking sector are almost the same looking in terms of their chart, no? We're higher than the MA20 line and still accumulating. So for those investors, I think they'd see this area as an attractive level, a momentum picking up above 50 level na rin. So slight fluctuation. Maybe you can consider, adding volume na. Ganda ng setup, bottom niya rin to. And BPI, as for BPI, si BPI moving to the upside, just be extra careful because you have an MA20 very nearby. Kita nyo, people might take profit nga lang. Pero some people would set a condition that they will enter once it crosses the MA20 line. For now, MA20 could act as a short-term resistance. And you can observe. If it drops, it might go back to the previous support, which is 61.22. So just plotting it there just in case you see some rejection happening right at that level, where it could potentially go back. But if it crosses the MA20 line, that's a good sign. Tingnan nyo to. When the price started triggering the MA20, ang sentiment packet na siya tuloy. In the same manner na it starts triggering the MA20, pulling down the price, then you see persistent decline. What are your thoughts about this area, Miss Jaydee? The Ayala REIT, I look at it as a long-term investor. The concept is really, really amazing because it allows you to gain revenue in multiple streams. One, the regular dividend release as your share of the rental income. Number two is, of course, through price appreciation. Ang hindi ko lang magets, ang daming ngayon, like COL had a problem and then there's another one, may isang platform pa na problemado yung setup nila for a REIT. Hindi sila makapag-trade. Pero ako personally, hindi ako nag-trade kasi bagsak nga yung first day. So we can probably wait for these platforms to solve their issues, paperworks na kailangan nila ayusin. I think may mga hindi sila na-comply na tama kaya hindi makapag-trade. And so, chill lang muna, okay? Kasi it will go back to the level where it should be in terms of its real value. Kasi very erratic pa on the first 3 days normally. Not just 3 days, but first week, yun, mga around that time, extreme movements siya. So if it's dropping, let's find the bottom and find a perfect entry. But overall, the design is really cool. It is amazing considering Ayala, it's the first and it's the Ayala company. The buildings that are involved in the REIT are fully occupied, majority of them, right? And then businesses pa ang nag-occupy. So, very very lucrative. And if you just want to, some people would invest millions just to build a rental property. Here, you are already, it's like you are already owning it, less the hassle. Kasi imagine mo, buildings to, hindi lang to parang apartment. And you could already earn. Ang 2 million mo, saan kaya abot yun in terms of share? At the same time, pag umakyat pa yung presyo niya, promising, di ba? Pwede, dami mong pwedeng kitain sa kanya. Just, just follow the concept of diversifying. Wag mo naman lahat-lahat ilagay dyan. Kasi there are also other stocks na pwede mo pang paglagyan. At least may variety ang portfolio mo. And, okay, so yun na yung BPI, no? Let me go to your next request. So, ano ba yun? Ang bagal ko sa comments. Kasi guys, iniisa-isa ko talaga. So, just bear with me. I hope you're learning. Sabi ni Kevin, hi Miss Jaydee, MAC, Annie, and VLL. So, si VLL, tapos na. So, si Mac na lang, si Annie, ha? Anyway, I have timestamps. So, Mac first. Mac, parang nahihirapan siya, no? Still sideways, but you're very near a short-term resistance. Nag-resist siya dito around 5.06. And I feel that there will be some retracement. Kung hindi siya ma-break dyan, it might go back and probably retrace. Nearest area where it could bounce is 44.75 because of this dati siyang resistance. Tapos each time when we hit that level, may slight bounce nangyayari. So, baka naman mag-bounce lang siya dyan. Kita mo, ang dami pang potential ng stock na to. Pwede pa siyang aakyat Tapos na yung dividend, niya, ex-date. So, 4.75 is the nearest possible area where it could retrace, pero abang-abang lang dito sa 4.99 kasi baka may rejection pa. Hero, it got rejected last August 12th. And let us see. Pero it's going to be a different story once the price starts at 5.06, around 5 peso level, and then it continues to move higher. Ibang kwento na yan. You might have a brand new wave pushing the price some more to the upside. And then the next is Annie. Annie. Annie stabilizing resistance dito. Short-term resistance, and it's just stabilizing, revisiting your support. So baka may fluctuation at it will reach this level again. Very near. Very near MA20 line. So 7.73 at saka look at that, may foreign buying na rin siya. Healthy level on your RSI, and big potential to the upside kasi we're just moving sideways overall if you are to look back. Quarter 3 of 2019, it was already up here. So start accumulating if you believe in the stock as a long-term investor. That is, but in short-term or position trader, if you're a position trader, accumulation stage mo na rin to. Next one. So that's for you, Kevin. Geraldo James, Jaydee, SMC, MRSGI. Tingnan natin, ha? SMC, MRSGI, and MRC. Okay. So, let's go to SMC first. Ganda ng... Alam ko ang ganda ng SMC eh. By the way, may SMC din ako. Ayan woohoo! Pushing the price, triggering the upper Bollinger Band, second day. Actually, third day na. Pero, bibit niya pa muna to. 105 level. Yan, ang nearest resistance. Next mo is around this level. Yun ang key areas to monitor. Pero with volume picking up, malamang isang araw lang yan. Pero overall, look at that. Look at the potential, guys. We're already at higher than the MA20 line. Coming from a constricted Bollinger Band, I feel strongly na may significant action na mangyayari dito. Diba? From a constricted Bollinger Band, look at the price. Look at what happened there. So I'm thinking same outlook. Pwede pa niyang i-akyat yan. In fact, really, pag may volume at saka yung mga projects ng San Miguel, kung may mga updates, positive updates around it, sobrang bilis lang yan mag-break ang 110. Next then is MRSGI. MRSGI. Okay, also stabilizing higher than the MA20 line. So we are going to use MA20 as our support. Ganyan lang kasimple, guys. Some content creators na nag-YouTube din, they do charting. Ang daming lines. Ako hindi, sobrang simple lang. Kasi it will take too much of your time. Sometimes analysis paralysis yung result ng ang dami mong lines tinitingnan. Dito, very simple lang. Pagtingin mo, kita mo na agad. Ito yung support kasi previously siya ang resistance mo. Support din siya dati dito. So, na once you see that, I'm not saying na hindi na yan gagalaw. Yan na yan. Gagalaw din siya, pero depending on where you're currently at, pwede siyang maging resistance or pwede siyang maging support. At the moment, I'm looking at it as a possible support kasi we finally crossed the MA20 line. At the same time, ang laking binaba niya. Diba? So, pwede rin siyang isa pang angulo na pwede nating tingnan is this descending triangle here. So, good sign yon if on Monday, we break that green line kasi pwede na tayong mag-trigger some more movements going up kasi pwedeng bounce na yan it is a breakout of a downtrend channel. So use 1.47 as your support, and then use this declining trend line as your resistance. Pag na-break yan, good to go na yan. Angat na yan. Significant movements. MRC is next. Kita nyo? 2550. Ito yung stock na I did cost averaging, and ngayon green na siya. Kaso lang, I made a rule. Sabi ko, hindi ko muna ito i-take profit kasi yung unang entry ko dito, mataas. So yung volume na in-enter ko noon, yun lang naiiwan. So kahit profitable na to, hintayin ko pa rin siya umabot sa entry price ko para at least profitable ako. Hindi siya mag-end as parang cut loss, even though in my portfolio it's already showing green kasi bumaba na nga yung aking cost average. So yun lang siya. Okay, we'll have a different discussion around that, pero at the moment, ang nakikita ko dito, short term resistance mo is very near, which is around 26.97. Tingnan natin. Yan. Kita nyo? 26.97 could be a resistance. Pero we'll just see. Hopefully, it breaks that. Otherwise, abang-abang ka na lang ulit when it retraces and we find a bounce area, then probably add more volume para bumaba palalo yung ating average. In the meantime, just take note, 26.97 is the short-term resistance. Next is, hi Miss Jaydee. Good afternoon, Miss Jaydee, OFW Engineer Pablo. Yeah, tapos na Emperador, but feel free to drop another stock na hindi ko pa na-discuss. Kasi yung Emperador, I already placed a timestamp. So when you go back to it, you can easily spot. Okay, it's around 10 minutes from when we started the live. Yun, Eddie. CHP, sige. Lagay ko to. CHP. CHP. Hello, ayan na, paakyat na siya. Pero may resistance ka ng konti dito. Pero grabe nang binaba nito. Baka we were changing the direction now. Okay? Pero kung trader ka, short term lang, or swing trader, hintayin mo na lang na really mag-breakout siya dyan, and then it will create a brand new wave. Kasi once that gets broken, your previous resistance will now become a support. However, pag nag-retrace siya, kasi some people might have entered around here, so abangan mo na lang siya sa area where it could probably bounce. And I'm plotting it here anyway so that at least you have a marker. Posible siyang bababa around 1.04 as you can see. Diba? Dati ito. Ito yan. Pwede rin siyang mag-retrace here. Isa pa. Lagyan pa natin ng isa pa. Pero kung long-term investor ka dito, laki ng potential nito. Grabe nang binaba niya eh. Oh. From the time, ayan, diba? Laki ng binagsak ko, 1 peso na lang. So there you have it. Know the areas of resistance and the 2 support levels that I've plotted for you. Next is, ayan, Eddie, that's for you, ha? I hope you're still there. If pwede po mahabol nickel, yeah, okay lang. I have not discussed nickel yet. And this is from Nathaniel. Christian also wanted MWIDE. Sige, I'm listing it down first. Also Rex. Miss Jaydee, ang lakas ni APX. Warren Buffett, indicator sa mga gold mining companies. So, tingnan natin si APX later. Ayan. Sir Boggs, thank you very much, Miss Jaydee. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. Kindly include also APX from Christian. Sige. Um, Bisayang Dako, oo, MPI. Ayan, tingnan natin yan. And Geraldo said, we're the same, Miss JD. I entered at 0.36 in MRC. Before, October average down din ako. Green na rin siya now. Oo, steady lang tayo, Geraldo. I really feel na malaki pa yung potential niya. Pero medyo maghihintay lang tayo kasi secondary stock lang siya. So, hindi siya ganun talaga kabilis kumilos. Not unless may mga may mga big whales dyan na nakikinig sa atin. Pakipush naman po ng price para umakyat pa ng konti yung aming MRC. Pero 'di ba, ang promising naman kasi ng MRC, renewable energy. So I don't know, not really very particular with the company, but the niche itself, renewable energy. You're taking advantage of the nature's potential for this, and imagine mo source of power ng mga tao someday. Solar energy na lang. Ang galing nun. RLC, titingnan natin yan for Ronnie. Okay, while we wait for the others to drop some comments, may 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 na ako nasa list. Rex Ramos, thank you, Miss JD. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's get into nickel. Teka, hold on na. 1.102. Okay, nickel. Ba, nag-gap up siya. Feeling ko gagawa yan ng support dito. Pero, may gap up siya. Hindi lang natin alam kung kailan niya i-revisit niyan or hindi na siya talaga mag-revisit. For now, dito muna ako magpa-plot ng support. Dito. Yan. Bandang gitna. Because I see this This is where the accumulation is. So, I feel that it will create support at that level. Pero ang hindi lang natin masigurado is kasi solid green siya, Baka posibleng mag-push pa. Inisip ko lang kasi it could create a gap up, another gap up, pero magpa-profit take yung mga tao around the 3.45. Pero feeling ko lang the 2.90 hindi pa yan ma-achieve outright. So, pwede pa siyang may potential pa na mag-push muna a little higher. Pero guys, very, very minimal movement lang nakikita ko to the upside kasi nasa overbought level na siya. So, ang mangyayari, magpupush lang siya a little higher, probably at the opening. Tapos, first 30 minutes, medyo bullish pa siya and then people will be taking profit. Kasi, look at this, it has been on a steady climb. Since June. Laki na yung inakyat niya. So people will just lock in some profit. I'm not saying it will go back and dip so much. It's just that it will, magbe-breathe muna siya bago pa mag-continue kung ang laki talaga ng potential niya. It will continue to push the price higher pero lang may resistance muna siya. Ang kinakabahan ko dito, August 18, baka mag-dip siya sa August 18 which is around Tuesday. Kasi profit, na yan Pag X-date, doon na lumalabas yung mga nakapag-enter na to join the dividend release. Okay, do not enter if you just wanna trade this just for the dividend alone. Do not enter on the 18th. Kasi that's the time other people already exit. Kaya nga siya X-date because that's the date excluded. So, first minute, pwede na lumabas yung mga tao and still be counted sa dividend. Okay? MWIDE is next. MWIDE. MWIDE not looking good. We might see some this is a rejection at the MA20 line. So as you can see, guys, in reverse to what we've discussed earlier, once we're moving below the MA20 level, your MA20 could act as a resistance, which was the action that happened in the past 3 days. Look, as we go near that level, there's a red rejection happening. So bababa pa siya, posibleng mag-bounce sa support area, which is around 6.12. Pag na-break yan, I will not be surprised because it will create a lower low. In the same manner that it created a lower high, which are two elements of a downtrend. A downtrend creates a lower high and a lower low. So lower low pa lang na-achieve niya, lower high pa lang na-achieve niya, itetest pa niya tong iyong support at kung ma-break siya, edi gagawa ng lower low. So downtrend na talaga siya dyan. Overall, kung long-term investor ka, hanap ka na lang ng entry kasi ang laki pa ng potential nito, paakyat. Yan, pwedeng abang-abang ka na lang, magbabounce pa siya, siguro baka mag-drop pa up to 5.88, 5.9 level. Doon ka pumasok na area. APX. So, 1,619. Very detailed na itong ginagawa ko kasi nilalagyan ko ng timestamp. Para ako din, when I review, at least hindi ako mahirapan. Click na lang ako ng timestamp. It brings me to that specific stock. Okay, nag-bounce na to, guys. Pero, pang ano lang to trading na lang talaga to kasi ang taas na niya Kailangan faster at mabilis kang kumilos. Pag may profitable ka na, siguro mga 10%, pwede kang mag-lock in ng profit. Kasi, ang taas na nga niya. Baka, hindi mo mahabol at bumagsak na siya ng lalo. Actually, bumagsak na nga nag-bounce lang siya So, gawin natin ito, very, very near na support. Pero I'm telling you guys, you gotta be quick. Okay? Because it is filling the gap right now. Hindi natin alam pag fill niya ng up to this level at bumagsak na siya lalo. Okay? It's just filling the gap because it did a gap down the previous day. So 1.58 pero still for me kasi I'm more of a position trader, ang taas na nito. MPI is next. MPI also trying to stabilize. Ang galing lang kasi nasa higher than the MA20 line na tayo. So, it might just stabilize here bago siyang umakyat ng lalo. 3.20 is the area where I see it bouncing. May dividend din pala siya August 17. Ay, dapat nakapasok ka na nito. Kasi marami yan. Normally, marami yan mag-exit ng August 17. Pero kung long-term investor ka, enter mo around MA20. Pwede na yan. Kasi posibleng mag-create tayo ng support at that level. Next one is RLC. RLC. Wow. Promising. May foreign buying. At the 50 level, 46 pa lang pala ang ating RSI. Pero nga lang, you have to watch out because it's trying to create a resistance nearby, which is around your MA20 area. 1490, kita mo to? Stabilization din siya. Resistance dyan, resistance dito. So kung mag-start siya 1490 or 1496, breaking the MA20 line, magandang kwento yon. Kasi you have a bounce. Pero nagsistart na nga siya actually mag-bounce. Kailangan mo lang abangan na talagang tatawid siya ng MA20. If not, babalik siya dito at mag-stabilize muna bago fully umakyat. So, That's your resistance short term and support 1420. Who is next? Hi, Miss Jaydee, FGEN. Sure. Dami nating na-cover. I feel so productive. FGEN. Miss Jaydee, base sa sunod, pwede global stocks naman. Oh, pwede. I also have stocks in the US market, pero may ininvest ako. Medyo slightly pula pa siya. Less than 8% red ako diyan, pero I'm banking on the fact na once everything recovers, dahil sobrang sadsad niya, ang laki ng upside niya doon. Na parang Cebu Pacific lang. Ang laki at saka pal. Na ang laki ng sadsad, pero pag bumalik na tayo at may mga vaccine and all na, ang laki ng potential. Pero hindi naman kalakihan yung nilagay ko doon. FGEN, sige, I will definitely discuss global stocks. Like FANG stocks. Ano FANG? Tingnan ko ha. Anong company yan? Hold on, I'm just looking at the tradingview.com. FAA FANG. Sige, just expound more para at least we get to learn from you as well. Jeremy Montero. Thanks, Miss Jaydee. You're welcome. FGEN. Okay, sige. Si FGEN. Ayoyks! Bumaba. Profit taking. Careful ha, because... Wait lang. 111. Ba may pa-code ka pang nalalaman? Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. Okay, pwede. Tingnan natin yan. Pero sabi ko sa inyo guys I'm not really good at mga lingos. May mga pa-terms. Ako basta, madaming mga may mga patterns, may mga indicators. I've seen them, majority of them, pero stick lang ako kay kay Bollinger Band. In the same manner, may mga codes na yan. So, hindi ko masyado, medyo late ako sa circulation. But definitely, this is a new term I learned today from you. Thanks, Nathaniel. Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. Sige. In the meantime, if you're to look at FGEN, si FGEN nagtitake pa ng profit Ang laki kasi ng inakyat niya and people are taking profit. So this is not a good sign. Kasi if you're going to create a trend line, binasag niya na ang uptrend support natin. Tingnan mo to, ho? Binasag niya na So medyo delikado na. Baka abot pa nga siya dito in this level. 20.30. Baka umabot pa siya dyan, 20.46. Ingat-ingat lang, ha? Kasi medyo solid downtrend siya ngayon, profit taking. Ayan. See, I was able to cover all your requests. Very productive. Di ba pwede naman natin tignan to sa Let's take a look at Facebook. Stock. All exchanges. Ayan. Facebook. Okay, still trying to, may rejection siya dyan, no? Baka babalik siya dito. Pero normally, guys, try to observe these major players. Normally, when it retraces, hindi ganun ka-significant drop. Um, except na lang nung talagang nag-declare ng pandemic, 'di ba? Nagbagsak talaga siya. Pero recovered naman kaagad. So I'm thinking re-retrace siya 248 tapos aakyat din ulit 'yan. The next one is Google. Google also profit taking area na rin to. Look at that. We're triggering the MA20 line, so pwede pa siyang babagsak. The next area it will consider as the nearest possible area of bounce would be its previous support right at this level. Netflix, sino yung isang A? Si Amazon. Amazon. Tingnan mo, ayan, no? Trying to consolidate at the resistance level and then your RSI is losing momentum. Baka lang ma-break nitong MA20 line mo. Pero ito yung resistance niya right now. Ayan. Kita mo? Oh, US stocks. By the way, which broker are you using for US market, Miss JD? I use eToro, guys. Pag wala pa kayong tawag nito, account sa eToro, I have a link. If you will create your account using my link, gift nyo na rin sa akin yan. And by the time you also create your own account, you can also share your link so that you can also receive a gift from eToro. Pass ano lang yan, pass the message. So yes, guys, if you have not created, you can support the channel by creating an account. Free lang mag-create ng account. The only time we receive a referral gift is when you deposit $200 and you start trading. Yun, may gift na ako noon. Pero pag create ng account, libre lang yun. You just create using my link. Yun. How many of you guys are already investing in the US market? And ano yung ano nyo? Ano yung tawag nito? Broker nyo. By the way, ito drop ko na lang yung link para just in case you want to see it. Ito yung aking referral link sa eToro. Yan. You can create your eToro account there. And sino ba? Si Netflix. Ay, si Netflix. Profit-taking din. Tingnan mo to, oh. Rejection at the MA20 line. Baka gumawa na to ng downtrend channel. Kasi ang laki na rin ang inakyat niya eh. Ayun, oh. So, a stock will also rest at one point because it has been very profitable for the past how many weeks or months. Ayan. Yan yung resistance niya. I'm in Singapore right now. I'm using TD Ameritrade for US stocks. They just started zero commissions last August 3rd. Just sharing. Okay, nice. Isa pa palang hinahanap ko ever since. Where can I trade penny stocks? Kasi sa eToro wala siyang ganun eh. So pag minsan naghahanap ako sa, di ba nag-check ako minsan sa Trading View. Pag penny stocks kasi ang laki ng in just one day pero double-edged sword siya. You could be gaining tenfolds sa entry price kasi pwede siyang mag-increase ng 100%, 200%, alam mo yun. So yun lang, yun pang hinahanap ko na available, kung merong available sa Philippines na ganun. NVDIA. Nike. Si Nike sa ano siya? Anong exchange? New York Stock Exchange. Yan. Ayun. Nasa ano din siya. Resistance level na rin. Kita mo may consolidation at that level. So, be extra careful lang because pwede itong mag-profit taking any moment from now. Ay, nice. Sige, sige. Thank you, Sir Boggs. I can inquire for you. SE, may-ari ng Shopee. Oh, yeah. Parang may nabasa ako dyan. Sabi ni Nathaniel, SE, may-ari ng Shopee. Meron yan. Tingnan natin. Bounce na rin siya. Pero grabe na ang tinaas niya. Nakakatakot. Grabing steep. Grabe. So, baka lang profit taking pa to sa more. Pero overall sentiment, ang laki ng boom ng Shopee eh. So, baka mag-retrace siya. Kung mag-retrace siya, baka hanggang dito lang. Tsaka akyat ulit yan. Pero as long as hindi niya ma-break ang MA20 line, bounce to hanggang paakyat. Sabi ni Sir Boggs, TD Ameritrade, Miss Jaydee, all US stocks are available pero hindi ko lang kasi alam paano kung from Philippines ka mag-open ng account. Pero for now, ang ginagamit ko eToro kasi sobrang user-friendly lang siya. And wala rin commission. Basta wala ka lang, you don't use leverage, zero commission siya. So, yun ang kagandahan. I can stay there for, I don't really mind. Kasi hindi naman ako malakihan mag-trade doon. Testing lang. O, $100 nga lang per trade. Tapos, ayun. Pag profitable na, exit agad. There. Ano pa? See, I was able to cover all your requests, guys. Ay, wait lang. Baka may mga naiwan pa ako sa mga requests sa comments natin. Tingnan ko lang, ha? So, si Green from Peter. Ayan, tingnan natin yung Green pala. Si Green. Teka, ha? Green. Wait. 123. Okay, Green. Si Green, okay. Starting to move higher, pero may resistance nearby. This is the resistance I'm looking at dito. Okay? So, I'm not sure if you are already profitable. Basta ito ang nearest resistance. Very, very near na siya. So, ang laki na rin kasi na inakyat niya. So, as we move higher, yung momentum mo pabagsak ko. So, just be extra careful. This is not the ideal area to buy. Rather, this is the ideal area to start taking profit. Pero pag 1.84 or higher, ibang kwento na rin. You might have a different or a brand new wave na ngayon yan, pushing the price higher pag na-break niya ang 184. Next one is from Samuel. Hold on. I'm reading the comments and I'm reading now the comment of Samuel. Ano sabi ni Samuel? May insight siya shinare sa atin, guys. Wait lang, ha. Ipakita ko yung screen. Stop share ko muna to. And I'll share my screen again. application window. Ito, comment. Yan. Dami niyang shinare sa atin. Sabi niya, which I'm sure you guys have already read this, Dennis Oy resigns as president of Dito but remains as chairman and CEO. Shell PH shuts down its Batangas refinery. Naku, ano kayang nangyari dyan? Tingnan din natin yan. Pure Gold registers better than expected earnings. APX year-to-date earnings ending June soars to 4 times the 2019 level to 312 million. Noli De Castro and Ted Filon transferring to DZRH. Oh. I wonder kung anong impact ng wala. I don't think ABS will hindi ko pa nakikita yung stock ni ABS pero wala na yung chance. What is front running? I came across the term while reading Stock Market Wizard by Jack Schwager. Front running is the practice of a trader broker placing orders for his own account ahead of the clients, especially on big clients who know the market. And why? The trader banks on the assumption that the order will affect the stock price and piggyback on the trade by posting similar order ahead of the client. In the Philippines and in the US, this practice is unethical and illegal. SEC rules require a customer-first policy at all times. Front running becomes non-existent if you do your trades online without passing through a broker. Saan nang galing yung question? Ang daming sinashare ni Samuel. Pag ready na ako magpakita, i-invite kita si Samuel kami. Collab. May interview with Samuel. Okay, Gloria. Ayan, tingnan natin si may request si Gloria. Si Meralco, Pure Gold tapos na, no? Tapos ko na si Pure Gold. Dala, where's my other paper? Okay. Si Meralco, Pure Gold, tapos na rin. URC, tingnan natin to. And si ICT ba nag-discuss ko? Not yet. Si Fruit LTG. Fruit and LTG. Okay. Meralco. Balik tayo. Stop sharing muna. And then share again. Lipat tayo. Meralco. Wow, ayan na. Nakaka-recover na si Meralco. August 17. That's on a Monday. You guys must have already entered. Pero mind you guys, kung dividend ang habol nyo, pagpapasok kayo ng Monday, hindi na kayo kasama, ha? So, pag mag-profit taking yung mga tao at long-term investor ka, ito yung much better entry price. Yan. 269.18. URC. We are very near a profit-taking area for URC, guys. This has been on a bullish move for several weeks now, and you already have a doji. So we might have some rejection ahead of us. 142.90 ang nakikita kong resistance level. Next one is ICT. Si ICT, ganun din. ICT, same. Baka babalik siya ng MA20 level. There you have it. It might go back in that area. There used to be a resistance here and some stabilization here. So it might go back to the 100 level. 3 days of having a difficult time breaking the 108 to 110 level. And let's check out fruit. Fruit is also trying to stabilize. This is the support level that we see for fruit. Okay, guys, 1.16. Wala pa masyado volume. So, if you want to start accumulating, this could be a much better position than the previous weeks. Kasi sobrang baba na niya. Oh. And yeah, if it drops some more, this is where it could possibly drop. Pero feeling ko, the next best action here is a bounce, but very very near na kasi it has been staying here for quite some time now, several days na, and I think the next move would be a bounce. Sir Boggs, yes, I think eToro is okay. Kasi TD Ameritrade or other US trading brokerage, if your fund is less than 25k USD, you're still under the PDT rule. Yeah. Laki naman niyan. Pang small time lang tayo. $200 nga minimum sa sa eToro. At least medyo you're testing the waters pa. And you can already start trading. Matansya mo lang yung ma-feel mo lang yung klase ng mga movements sa US stock. Kasi guys, I'm telling you, grabe extremes ng mga movements ng mga stocks. It could, mga gap ups, gap downs, it's a normal thing sa US market. So, kailangan prepared. Pero ang kagandahan naman, kung may, if you set your stop loss levels, hindi mo kailangan bantayan eh. Pag na-hit siya, edi kick out ka. Pero, pag na-hit naman ang profit-taking area mo, pagising mo, ay, may profit ka na. Alam mo yan? So, those are the pros and cons. Let's take a look at LTG. Wow. Pero parang nahihirapan si LTG, no? May gap up din siya, pero feeling ko lang talaga babalikan niya yung gap up na yan and it will fill the gap. So it might go down and revisit your 770. So if you see stabilization there, that's a much better entry price for you guys. May dividend siya August 27.23. So, pero ang frequency, the last time it had that was June. Tapos, July, August, September, after 3 months. Interesting. Tapos the previous one, last year na. Pero tingnan mo, ang baba na niya eh. So kung long-term investor ka ng LTG, ang laki ng upside niya. 'Di ba? Yan. So there you have it, guys. I'm glad I was able to answer your questions today, and I was able to share some insights just in case mga stocks nyo na discuss ko na earlier before you arrived. I'm logging them sa description so that you have a timestamp and you can easily go to that time or segment and listen to my insights around those stocks or in the stocks you want to hear. In the meantime, happy Saturday. You guys enjoy your weekend, huh? And if you have not subscribed yet to our channel, Miss Jaydee does stock market analysis every single day. First of all, of course, I'd like to further my technical analysis, and this is my way of journaling my thoughts. And of course, it makes learning more fun if you have people with you and I involve my viewers like you guys, and I prioritize their requests. And I would normally go back to my videos, which I highly encourage everyone, and then check out how these insights pan out right after the market closes. So let's see, you can get best practices and just ignore the ones that are not working for you guys, you know. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like na rin if you like our video today. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye for now.